Magandang gabi mga kaligan! Welcome back to the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Ako pa rin po si Fiona Bakaningan, yung courtside reporter para sa araw na to. At live na live pa rin po kami dito sa Arellano University Gym sa Legarda. And it's been an exciting Wednesday doubleheader so far. Earlier, we did see the Negros Immaculada Mega White Blue Hawks defeat the Caloocan AM Spikers in a 5-set thriller with Adi Caparal leading the way. And in just a few moments, we have the Binan Tatakjel Arellano Chiefs going up against the World City College's Marikina Lady Shoemasters. Now, to all you volleyball fans, you can always head on over here to the venue as our entrance is free for anyone who wants to watch. But for those of you who can't make it, you can also catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusap.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the Mpva, and special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Now, in just a few moments, we will be seeing whether the Marikina Lady Shoemasters will bounce back from last week's performance or if our Binan Arellano Chiefs will successfully defend their home court today. Find out in just a few moments only here at the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association.
Looking to follow from the recent victory against Pasay are the Binan Tatakjel Arellano Chiefs, led by Laika Tudlasan, one of the aces of the team, going up against a squad full of youngsters off at their history momentum win that led to a loss consecutively. It's Bridget Martinez and Marikina and Binan going up against each other para sa ating ikalawang laban for this doubleheader para sa inyong Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association Season 2. My name is Hans Galeria. Joined by me is Alfonso Galvez, and you already saw Fiona Bacani a while ago as our courtside reporter. Pons, that was one amazing game na nakita natin kanina.
Yeah, that was a great 5-setter, but that's just one half of our doubleheader for today. Today we're gonna see Marikina versus Binan. Binan currently at 3-1, whereas Marikina at 1-2. So
let's talk about the first team that was off to a really solid start. Galing sa kanilang panalo nung nakaraan, it's Binan na gaya ng nabanggit mo, has a 3-1 record. This team was showcasing consistently what they're made of, off from a really solid start from last season with being the silver medalists. They were able to make it happen against the Pasay Lady Voyagers.
The last game between Binan and Pasay is as close as it can get. 15-13 in the 5th set. It means that the match was very tight. But if you were Binan, yes, you have led in attacks with 60-48 attacks, pero yung blocks lamang yung kalaban ng by 14-6. So it means that there's still room for growth, and you want to continuously improve on your weaknesses as you progress in the season.
Yan naman ang kahalagahan ng double round robin, because you get to meet them again, and this is also going to be your first time in seeing another team. But one thing that I mentioned kanina, one player that stood among the rest was none other than Tudlasan, scoring a measly and an easy 20 points with her hard-earned output, especially with the way she approached the game.
Laika Tudlasan scored 20 points of 18 attacks, 1 block, and 1 ace in their win against Pasay, but also in their loss against Quezon, she scored 17. In their win against San Juan, she scored 23. So she's consistently the top scorer for this Arellano team, and that's definitely the lady to look out for if you were Marikina.
She is the lady chief among all of the lady chiefs that you're gonna have to look out for. Yan ang nabanggit nitong si Pons. But for the other side, fresh off their recent victory nung unang beses na tayo din na nag-broadcast, they met reality a little too quickly with Marikina in their previous game.
That's Marikina. After we mentioned they got their historic win as a franchise, they lost to Pasay in 3 straight sets. It was a lopsided game we could consider. They just scored 16 attacks out of the 43 attacks of Pasay. that's something they should work on. Scoring 16 points off of attacks in 3 sets is not something that the coaches would be happy about. So definitely we could expect that they worked on that today, and we hope to see na ma-execute nila more attacks, more contributions from different players in today's game.
This is a very young squad full of, teenagers that are looking to continuously build up on their game. And one player that managed to do that over the course of the season was Liam Lenguaje, scoring a little bit, major contributions during their very first win in MPVA. But other than that, she has been, a showcase, and we are yet to see more of her dito sa labang ito.
Yes, Liam Lenguaje, the outside hitter for the Marikina Lady Shoemasters, scored 6 points off of attacks. So we have already featured Martinez in our previous coverages, but this lady, Liam Lenguaje, is another name to look out for. Definitely, kung may 1-2 punch itong Marikina, mas makakapalag sila against other teams at the top of the standings.
Yeah, I mean, considering now that we have brought her up as the main woman that could potentially score in the aid nitong si Bridget Martinez, posible na makapag-adjust na yung depensa nitong Binan towards what Marikina has in store for them. But of course, you can catch all of the games live and free exclusively at thepusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. We would also like to give special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Kaya gaya ng nabanggit ni Fiona kanina, kung sakali na hindi kayo malapit dito sa Arellano University Gym, you can definitely make your way to Puso P app. And as of this point, this right here, Binan, has one of the stalwarts that can really showcase what they're made of in order to boost themselves even more in the standings. But for Marikina, they're looking for an upset. They're looking for a booster towards their morale and confidence, and we will see that more as we head into the match.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Of course, I'm really happy po na I'm back sa MPVA. I'm always grateful po pag nabibigyan po ako ng opportunity to play for Marikina as well as WCC. Sa napagdaanan ko, iba't ibang set of players. So excited ako sa kung ano yung ilalaro namin sa season ngayon. Since ngayon po kasi na younger po yung set of players sa team na to, feeling ko kailangan lang namin magkaroon talaga ng kumpiyansa sa sarili. Kasi syempre yung mga makakalaban namin dito, very experienced na kumpara sa amin. So, bilang mga bata rin naman kami, kumbaga maliliksi naman din kami kagaya nila. Kulang lang kami and kailangan lang namin talaga na mapakita na may tiwala kami sa sarili namin, may tiwala kami sa sistema at may tiwala kami sa isa't isa.
6 for both teams. Starting with a Binan Arellano Lady Chiefs. They're led by their team captain, setter number 15, Catherine Damasi. Outside hitter number 7, Laika Damasan. Opposite hitter number 10, Maria Pulaga. Another outside hitter number 14, Clark Flores. Middle blocker number 16, Casey Puzawan. Another middle blocker number 17, the Sailor Segovia. And their first libero, Kayla Pablo. They will be coached by Coach Roberto Obenjavier. And now let's meet the WCC Marikina Lady Sheer Masters. The Lady Sheer Masters will be led by their team captain, number 8, outside hitter, Bridget Martinez. Middle blocker number 3, Celine Nagara. Outside hitter number 6, Leah McGuire. Opposite hitter number 7, Leah Marcelo. Setter number 12, Ray Van Salten. Middle blocker number 19, Rosa Marikina. And their first medal number 16, Precious Cruz. The Lady Shoe Masters will be coached by head coach Andy Yao.
Here are your starting lineups for the last match of today. For Binan, it's Dumasig, Punzanan, Segovia, Villaflores, Tudlasan, Padillon, and Pablo. Para naman sa Marikina, it's Sarte, Valmedina, Dagarat, Martinez, Lenguaje, Marcelo, and Cruz. You know, from the last time that we were here, we saw some adjustments specifically galing sa side ng Marikina, as Precious Cruz, their serve specialist, is now serving as a libero para sa Marikina.
Yes, and also a change of setters. Lero not starting this time for Marikina. So that's something we should watch out for if this starting six works.
And I'm also not sure if Sam Tira is here as of this point, because that is, you know, one of the tallest players sa kabila. It's Martinez. He's gonna toss it up. Lenguaje will easily retrieve it. Quick immediately is there. Cruz is gonna set it up for Liam. Ball still in play. Lipat sa kabila. Someone was there. Padillon is. That wasn't hit. Courtesy of Binan.
Tudlasan, that was a back row set right away. Proving that she's a very versatile player, starting the game with a back row shot for the side of Binan.
Tudlasan having 20 points during the last time that they were here. Lenguaje with a strike. Not gonna happen. Lipat kay Villaflores, who goes a little short on that one.
Villaflores risking it a lot. Wanted na ibaon yung palo niya. Instead, it hit the net.
You know, for Heart Villaflores, she is out for redemption today dahil noong nakaraang laban nila kontra sa Pasay, she wasn't part of sets 4 and 5. And obviously, if you're one of the, the longest staying players sa iyong koponan, you want to be part of that end game. Pero para kay Padillon, she made that happen.
Yes, that's correct. This is a long season. May times na may on games, may off games ka rin. So, it's just a matter of being resilient and pagbawi right away.
Right on cue, Villaflores with a serve. That goes out. Lenguaje, napangiti na lang. She almost went for the receive on that one.
2 errors already for Villaflores. So, all points of Marikina right now are courtesy of the enforced errors of Binan.
There needs to be a point na sa kanila din manggagaling. But that's what they're gonna be giving back as Dagarat commits an error right back. Balik na naman ang lamang sa Binan.
Yes, so far, both teams, fair share of errors. heating up.
Oh, and that's a rotation fault against them. It's definitely gonna help their case right over here.
Things taking time to adjust in this game.
Ponzalan goes wide. At kitang-kita yun kaagad nitong Marikina. It's been a battle of errors para sa unang 5 minuto ng ating laban sa ngayon.
Aside from the first few points which were long rallies, it has been an exchange of errors for both teams.
And that continues still. Nahihirapan din sila na humanap ng kanilang momentum sa laban na ito. So hopefully, it can come from Padillon where we can start off a little bit more of those rallies. It's a good reception. Somebody was there. Martinez had to adjust. Domasig leaving it for Segovia para sa quick.
You mentioned the absence of tira-tira, but Segovia taking her reins.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power, all 99. Load now. Domasig to Segovia. Solid connection from the middle. Now he's going to set it up to Limenguaje. Somebody else was there. They go with a quick again. Back-to-back points for Segovia.
Segovia nagpapakilala talaga. 2 consecutive successful quick attack. This time, more power.
Leon Marcelo's gonna be heading back to the bench. Papalitan siya nitong si Shana Ali Palek, who is one of the consistent names dito sa Marikina Lady Shoe Masters. And that was a block touch. Unang puntos para kay Bridget Martinez.
Yes, and that's the first point of Marikina na hindi galing sa error ng Binan. Martinez, the captain, wants to start things off for her team.
And she can start it with leaving a good service. Na-jigs kaya tapons. But hey, if you are Binan, you're obviously gonna take that point. 8-4 sa ating unang technical timeout.
Ng projects, brands, play, with Smart Only 5G. Valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Welcome back to the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. This Binan squad is back on their home court, rested, recovered, and more fired up than ever. After a day of lifting and recovery, the girls are all in as they face Marikina in what they hope to be a continuation of their winning streak. Now the pressure is surreal, with familiar faces all around them, friends, schoolmates, and even fellow athletes filling the stands. But more than nerves, there's pride. Ngayon, ang tumatatak sa utak nila ay defend the land. Right now, it's not just about winning, it's about proving what Binan and Arellano volleyball are made of. Passion, pride, and purpose. Ngayon, gusto namin ipakita ang pangpanalong laban, sabi nila. Hindi kayo manghihinayang sa pagsuporta. Because tonight, they're not just playing a game, they're defending their home. Back to you, Hans and Pons.
Maraming salamat, Miss Fiona Bacani, for that report. And you are absolutely right. In front of your schoolmates, in front of the Arellano faithful na nandito ngayon at sumusuporta sa kanila. If you are Domasig and Binan, you're gonna have to show out.
That's correct. It's a privilege for Binan na parang dalawa yung mako-consider nilang home courts. One in Binan and one here at the Arellano Gym. And they should definitely use the energy from the crowd to boost their game today.
Alam mo, hindi pa nga nag-uumpisa kanina eh. Nag-cheer na. Yung, karamihan sa mga nandito. They wanted to go for Binan right away. Padillon was there. Meron tapik. Lenguaje jousting for it. And that's why she's one of the leading scorers of Marikina.
While slowly but surely, adding to the offense of Marikina. Kanina it was Martinez, but we mentioned this is a possible 1-2 punch for Marikina.
Considering that this is a very young squad, you love seeing more of them, attempting these approaches. Just not that time, it did not work para kay Liam.
Yes, that ball was too strong.
10-6 in favor of Binan. Good serve. Very difficult approach. That is a service ace courtesy of Kat Domasig.
Kat Domasig is known to be a really offensive type of setter. She has scored 10 points in their loss to Quezon, 5 in their win against San Juan, and 7 against Pasay.
What a spike coming in from Celine Dagarat.
This time, nagagamit na rin yung middle. And that's what we want from Marikina, na hindi lang si Lenguaje at Martinez yung pumupuntos.
And this is nice for them kasi maya-maya lang magkakaroon sila ng full front line eh. But the same could be said para kay Moming Padillon and the rest of Binan.
Padillon and yes, both teams, both setters, you could see the effort na ikalat yung opensa. Look at that, Padillon above the blockers.
Villaflores putting on service. Cruz has done a pretty good job in getting those receptions in line. Tulak na lang nitong si Lenguaje. Lipat sa kabila. She wanted to go down the line, but that goes wide.
Lasan instructing Domasig to set up the ball a little higher. Kasi nakita natin nagmadali siya para paluin because the set was quite low. That's what you want, a vocal spiker na sinasabi kung ano yung gustong adjustment sa sets.
Ang bilis agad, no? Right after that spike was done. She wanted an adjustment right away. The quick was there. Punzalan making it happen.
A while ago it was.
And that was your power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Punzalan all alone. The Lady Chiefs are liking their quick so far. An attack is gonna happen. Instead, it's a free ball. Lilipat sa kabila. Tudlasan. Not there just yet. They leave it for Martinez. Had to adjust. Domasig na naman. Ooh. The best situation there. Cruz. Martinez was rejected by Segovia.
Segovia making her presence felt as early as the first set. And also we have to notice how the fans are cheering whenever Punzalan is getting some digs, because it's not usual for a middle blocker to also be good in floor defense.
And she stays at the floor for that sole purpose. And again, another error para sa Marikina as Binan slowly starting to pull away in set number 1.
All the sets, most of the sets are not to the liking of Palek. That's why she cannot do anything with those balls.
Another reception situation. But hey, that works. Para sa Marikina, you're gonna have or need every point that you can get, and that was Bridget Martinez.
That was a miscue from the side of Binan, not ready. Na bumalik agad yung bola.
Villaflores receives. There's a quick again. Cruz was there. Now they go for Martinez. Had to adjust once more. And that is Binan getting another charity point. as the Arellano Lady Chiefs are at the lead. 16-9 kontra sa Marikina.
Unleash projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the Mpva. Special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Pusop Pilipinas. You are still watching Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association Season 2. And still, we are here jam-packed with a lot of Arellano faithfuls as Binan looks to defend their home turf kontra sa Marikina, who wants to get back into the winning column when they can. Sheena Cafe wanted to go at it and it goes in. Yung pinaka-corner ng opposing court ang kanyang nakita.
Take a look at this perfect jump serve, good top spin and good direction. Cafe introduces herself with a service ace.
Sheena Cafe's first point comes from the initiation of the play. Now here's the second try. She's gonna do the same thing. That time meron ng nakabang. Martinez uses the block as a friend.
That's something that Marikina can capitalize on. They know that Binan is a strong block team. But if they could use the block to score points, then that would be good.
And that was also courtesy of, Lero stepping in dito sa ating volleyball game. I think that definitely helped put a bit more stability on towards the approaches nitong si Lenguaje and Martinez. Now Tudlasan is at the line. 18-10 in favor of Binan. She's gonna do the same jump serve. Cruz easily had it. Lenguaje can't get it just yet. Cafe puts it behind. Somebody was there. Ooh, nobody home. And Segovia has it again.
Segovia very present in that moment. It's not usual na unang dump attempt pa lang ni Lero, nabasa na agad itong si Segovia. So, great alertness and reflexes from her.
19-10. Binan said they want to defend the land. They're doing a pretty good job at that right now. Balmedina is just going to give it to Martinez. Makes it hard for them. Segovia tosses it around. Balmedina fighting through for the point.
Balmedina, that might be the most powerful hit from the side of Marikina tonight so far. Look at that strong shot from Balmedina.
And that's exactly what you need. You are, full of players who are at their youth, pero hindi ka pwedeng magpabata dito sa Binan. Attack is on. Tagarat saves it for Martinez. Cafe tosses it to the back. Goes wide yet again.
An attack error by Binan, giving more opportunity for Marikina to catch up. You can see Marikina smiling more, their confidence a little bit higher right now.
Every single point, medyo lumalaki yung ngiti. And that's what you need from this Marikina roster. As Aguila and itong si Lian Marcelo is gonna make their way back into the ballgame. Although that goes long para kay Eloy Balmedina.
Another error for Marikina just when we thought that they were starting to build momentum in the first set.
Now it's Coach Roberto Javier's turn to put some fresh faces on the floor. That is Palalon and Abigail Eusebio joining the ranks para sa Binan. What a solid serve there is. Oh, they wanted to push. Aguila gives it. Cafe and Punsalan showed them how it's done.
Side of Binan replying with a quick attack this time.
What a showing from Punsalan with that quick.
Kanina it was Dumasig. This time si Cafe na ang playmaker and gumagana pa rin yung middles ng Binan. So that's a good sign. If you were coach, you'd definitely be happy na both your setters have connection with the middle.
Walang pagkakaiba, no? There's still some sort of the angles that have worked for them all this time. Muli, you're still watching us at pusob.com. You can also download the Puso Pilipinas live app, and in case you're nearby, dito lamang sa Arellano University sa Legarda, you can come over and give us a watch here because these are two teams full of inspiring, youthful energy na nakikita natin ngayon. It goes again, Lero leaves it for Lenguaje, keeping it alive. Lero with a rare spike. Now they go to the other side. The block was there, but that was a win para kay Eusebio.
That's the type of rally na kahit hindi nyo na ipanalo, I think the coaches would still commend the players. You could see the effort in blocking. You could see yung presence of mind na nakapalo pa si Lero despite it being an adjustment set na. So there's still a lot of positives in Marikina kahit 10 points yung deficit nila ngayon.
Jade De La Cruz also stepping in for the first time. Precious Cruz was there. Lero, back set to Martinez, who comes up short. And Binan is 2 points away.
I think Marikina has already tallied about 10 unforced errors all in the first set.
23-12. They still Palalon, giving them quite a hard time. Lero was there. Cafe chooses De La Cruz.
It's a really good sight to see if you're a coach na lahat ng pinapasok ng players ay gumagana.
Just look at this, right? Very simple approach.
Yes, simple approach, good timing, good set.
Jade De La Cruz with her first point in this game. And it looks like that is game, set, and match. Palalon finishes things off para sa kanilang kupunan sa ngayon.
The set, Marikina clearly struggling with their passing right now.
That was Jasmine Palalon finishing things off for their team. 25-12. We'll be back for set number 2.
Unli projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for Unli projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Unli projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
(25-12) still. Binan from a game high doon sa nakita natin kanina sa kanila kontra sa Pasay set number 1. It was quite an overwhelming victory for them. A mix of attacks and also, unfortunately, unforced errors galing sa Marikina.
I believe in our unofficial count, there were 9 players from Binan who scored and contributed in the offense in their first set win. So pati yung mga bench ni Coach Obed Javier ay gumagana for Binan. Meanwhile, para naman dito sa Marikina, we've seen some bright spots when it comes to Martinez, Lenguaje, and some middle attacks, but it's still not enough, the offense that they're producing. And to add to that, ang dami ring errors nitong Marikina. So a lot of adjustments have to be done. Take a look at that. 10 opponent errors. They scored double digits. Binan scored double digits off of the errors of Marikina. And if you only score 7 attacks and commit 10 errors, then you scored negative in the first set. Meanwhile, for Binan, leading in all categories and also limiting their errors to just 5. That's a very good, consistent, and well-rounded statistic for the side of Binan.
At mabigat-bigat yan, no? Kasi when you look at the attacks, blocks, and even the aces, those were all in the lead of Binan. And it wasn't even close to begin with. So, kung merong pwedeng simulan dito ang Marikina, it's to pick an aspect that they could actually dominate, and maybe, just maybe, they could put up a fight dito sa laban natin ngayon as you are still watching Manny Pacquiao's Mpva Season 2. Hans Galeria, Alfonso Galvez, and Fiona Bacani at courtside, bringing you the action at the Arellano University Gym, the home of the Binan Tatak Gel Lady Chiefs. Still right over there, Abitria opens it up for Binan.
That was a good start for Binan. Abitria, a while ago na-block sila, pero they had the coverage to keep the rally going.
That is already the 10th player in this Binan team to score.
Abitria, she scored 16 points in their game against Quezon. So, isa siyang off the bench na spark plug.
That was a reception. Punzalan was there. Ganon din naman si Lenguaje. Martinez from the back. Can't get it. This is a free ball awarded to Marikina. Sarte goes to Tagarat. A little weak on that. Abitria shows him how it's done.
Really not surprised by the efficiency of Abitria. Take a look at this attack. He was way above the blockers. We have seen her score a lot of points in their last game against Quezon. So,
and yet, that's another service ace. This time it came from Kat Domasig, who already secured her 3rd point of this game.
Tomasic had some time to rest nung pinasok si Cafe.
In a back-to-back ace situation para kay Catherine Dumasig as Marikina is having such a hard time just getting the ball up in reception.
Yes, and it's also not helping their cause na Dumasig is very good when it comes to targeting the court. 3 aces already in total for Kat Dumasig.
And they get the ball right back dun sa bandang likuran. Padillon gets it.
Padillon, since the start of the first set, she's above the blockers, just hitting the hands of the blockers and scoring the points.
They had such a hard time trying to get their offense going dahil laging mag-uumpisa yan doon sa first ball. I think even though we aren't hearing what Coach Andy Fiel is telling them, that's probably the idea na napipick up natin sa kanila kasi yun yung nagiging simula ng kanilang problema. But here, no problem at all because that is your game's community cam powered by pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now at maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga nanonood dito sa Arellano University Gym And I hope everybody's enjoying all the fun. Shoutouts to Kuya Norman too. Probably see him around. Play action is there. The reception was there from Martinez. But yet, it's another ace for Catherine Dumasig.
That's the fourth ace for Dumasig. And coach, that's for Coach Andy Fiel. That's not what you want to see after a timeout.
Dumasig continues to put the pressure at the line. Lenguaje still rejected by Binan.
Lenguaje tried to be smart, tried to swipe the ball off the blockers. Mpva was ready for that.
Binan still not given a single point dito sa Marikina. An attempt was there. On the other side, Abitria. Received by Martinez. Now they go to the other side. And that's Padillon getting it yet again.
That was a great set from Dumasig.
That's your power spike presented by Smart. Pomerol 99. Martinez caught the first one, but not the second time around. 8-0. Binan, domination mode.
Projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
You are still tuned in to the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. On the Marikina side of things, Liam Lenguaje may be a rookie, but she has glimpses of hope of playing like a veteran. Kwento niya sa akin na first time niyang ma-expose sa ligang ganito at sabi niyang iba talaga, masarap sa pakiramdam. Nagsimula siyang maglaro sa mga kalye kung saan tinuruan siya ng mga kaibigan niya kung paano maging volleyball player. Now, it wasn't just the game, but the grit and the heart it takes to be one. Now, as one of the youngest on the team, she listens closely to her ates. Kahit sino kalaban, wag kang panghinaan ng loob, sabi nila. And now Liam's mindset is simple but powerful. Ipapakita ko ang best ko. Hindi ako basta bata. Kaya ko sumabay at kayang-kaya ko lumaban. Balik sa inyo, Hands at Pons.
That is what Liam Lenguaje continues to prove. Being able to do this and making this game happen. Maraming salamat, Fiona Bacani. Maybe because of Fiona's report, nakakuha ng puntos itong Marikina, as you know, Liam Lenguaje very much needed yung kanyang experience dito as a rookie. Kumbaga, tinuruan siya ng kalye kung paano maging volleyball player.
That is correct. Even as a youngster, may responsibility ka na to be a scoring option. Also on the side of Binan, itong mga impact points ni Punsalan, definitely contributing to their cause this time.
Liam's going up against the big leagues, specifically the ones from the NCAA. And 11 more points are the reason why.
Yes, and Mpva has consistently scored even of their last game.
Abitria just had another service ace. Now Liam's gonna give it away. There's another quick galing kay Punzalan. And everything just working Binyan's way.
Dumasig and Punzalan just laughing after that. That was not the perfect set nor the perfect contact, pero naparaanan ni Punzalan. And this 10-point margin is something that proves na iba rin yung sistema nitong Binan Arellano Lady Chiefs.
Coach Andy Fiel just continues to put the input dito sa kanyang mga manlalaro, because they've usually been backed into a corner many times, but not to this extent.
Yes, this is a very huge deficit na even the girls are finding it hard maybe to address ano yung main issue. It may be the passing, it may be a confidence issue. But for sure, coach has some plans in play. And let's hope to see that and see more confidence from the side of Marikina.
Lalo na sa ngayon, no? Yung ideya na gusto talaga nilang malagay ang kanilang mga sarili in a winning condition must start with the first ball, but they're having such a hard time getting there. Ando na naman yung combination play. Padillon gets one for the team.
Yes, when you give so much free balls, Binan just executes combination plays like this. And Padillon just hammers it down.
And that's, of course, Hart Villaflores and Jay De La Cruz showing a bit of face card for the entirety of Binan. Unfortunately, that's a service error for their squad now.
And just like what happened in the first set, the only points of Marikina are coming from errors from Binan. You could really see the blue side struggling.
There needs to be a point that comes from their production. Another one at that. Unstoppable.
Padillon just executing that play perfectly. And really proves yung connection din nila ni Domasic and just the chemistry of the team.
Play number 16, Jason Guzman, and the play number 19, Jade De La Cruz.
Padillon already with 6 points in this game. That is Jade De La Cruz looking to go at it. Now here's an attack, still nothing there as a block happens once more.
Another error from Marikina. The team clearly struggling right now. Wala pa silang masyadong mapanghugutan ng lakas because they have not converted any point in this set.
Bridget Martinez coming back para dito sa Marikina as De La Cruz serves. And that's gonna be another ace.
And you can see the frustration even from Cruz, the libero.
Kasi siguro nasa isip niya ako dapat yun eh.
Yes.
It should be a little bit easier for me, but even Precious Cruz is struggling. So now Jade De La Cruz will continue. That's an attempt. Goes directly to Binan. An attack once more. Goes out. And that's the third error of Binan and the third point of Marikina.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate to see. Also the confidence of Marikina might be very low right now. Coach really needing, ginagamit na niya yung bench para humugot ng possible spark plugs because that's what they need today.
The play continues now, 15-3. A 12-point advantage in set number 2. Tomasi gives it to Eusebio. And the righty scores.
Very big deficit. And Eusebio, a new face for Aureliano.
Second technical timeout for set number 2.
That is going to be the second technical timeout. Binan continues to bring the pain against Marikina, 16-3.
Unli projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Yet to secure the first point that they produced na hindi galing sa error. Marikina Kailangan humugot sila ng mas malalim pa. Kung humugot na sila ng malalim, they're gonna have to dig deeper to get there. Cafe with another one at that. Tapos may regalo na naman para kay Segovia.
It's a good thing na napapasa nila Martinez and Lenguay yung mga receptions nila, but over receptions in front of Binan. Binan is definitely gonna capitalize on that.
17-3 is the score. They're having such a hard time getting across. And Cafe's jump serves are not helping their case.
Yes, definitely. They're unable to control the ball. Very hard to see this team because we have seen them at their best. They have won their game when we were covering.
18-3 is our score. And now it's Segovia setting a play once again for their team. It's a 15-point advantage in set number 2 as Cafe looks to jump. Somebody was there. This is a better approach. Martinez just couldn't have it. Segovia targets Cruz once more.
So we're now seeing a very different 6 from the side of Binan. None of the usual starters are playing right now, but still they're playing as if they're playing with so much confidence.
19-3. Cruz was there that time. Oh wait, never mind. That was a different player. That was Domingo. But nothing changes. That is Segovia once more. 20-3 in favor of Binan.
We have seen Palek instructing Lero to set the ball a little higher.
Cafe jump serve again. Domingo was there. Lero leaves it for Martinez, and they finally get some scores on the board.
Kita mo yung giggle kay Martinez in that point. She really wanted to get that first attack point in the set for her team. And yes, they're still smiling. They're still... It's good that we're still seeing them na lumalaban.
Bridget Martinez with 4. And unfortunately for them, that is another error that was quite unforced. Ng Binan, they've had a lot of that in this game. Kung kaya't nade-develop palalo yung kumpiyansa nitong Binan. Pero ibabalik din naman yan itong si Eusebio.
But if you were from Marikina, ang pwedeng gawing mong goal na lang is to build momentum heading to the third set. The game is not ending in the second set.
Well, Medina now going for the service. Somebody was there. Cafe combination play again. Palalon with a finish.
Anybody in Binan can be the point ender when it comes to those combination plays. So beautiful to watch even their second stringers.
That's Palano Nabetria and also De La Cruz. But that was Segovia with yet another service ace.
That was a great floater serve. Hits the line. The absence of Tira Tira, who's wearing casual clothes right now in the bleachers. Lero this time finally scoring off of a second ball dump. Kanina pa niya ina-attempt, but finally it has worked.
That was Ancrisha Lero's very first point. Dito sa laban natin ngayon. Cafe had to adjust. De La Cruz can't get it across. And that's one of the rare errors na meron nitong Binan.
Cafe and De La Cruz just not sinking in that play.
23-7. 2 puntos na lang ang hinihintay nitong Binan. There was a reception now. They're gonna get it across. Lero sets up Lenguaje. Cafe was there. Pablo gives it to another. And That is another error from Marikina.
Ang ganda na nung habol doon ni Pablo. Look at that. But actually, that was a really good set. But Palalo unable to get that ball through, but still good effort from the side of Binan.
Lero looks to serve once more. Well, that's a solid serve. Regalo na naman. Eusebio was there. Abitria had to adjust. Lero can't have it. Now there's a fight. Palalon was there. Abitria adds a little English for the point.
Abitria, 5 points already in the set, giving the set point to Binan. As we mentioned, she was one of the top scorers in their 5-set loss against Quezon. She was
24
off
to
the bench.
8. Lero goes to the other side and it goes wide. And that's going to be the end of set number 2. Pure domination in Binan as they continue to defend the land. That is exactly how you would want to make a statement. 25-12, 25-8. We'll be back for set number 3.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose
The
your number, activate the eSIM,
two-set
and own the
advantage
country's first ever
that
customizable
both
mobile
ended
experience.
in quite a lopsided affair as Binan Tadakjel Arellano Chiefs looking to extend their winning streak kontra sa Marikina Lady Shoemasters. And for the youngsters of Marikina, this is quite a challenge for them to be exposed at a high level of competition. And not just that, because when you look at set 2, they've only been limited to scoring at least 2 or 3 points na galing sa kanila mismo.
Yes, that's correct. Binan has scored at least, has committed rather at least 5 errors. So ang nakapuntos lang talaga for the side of Marikina ay si Martinez, si Lero, and we have to see more contributors. They have to be really creative with their attacks. Because so far, the top scorer is just Bridget Martinez for Marikina with 4. And if you wanna try to score higher, you have to have other contributors in the game. And look at that, 14 attacks compared to 2. That's a very glaring statistic if you were Marikina. 2 attack points in a set, something you should definitely work on. And the 6 aces. It means that Binan has been really loading up on their services. And kanina, ang dami rin natin nakita na hindi man ace pero over receptions for the side of Marikina. So that's something that yun yung kailangan nilang unahin, reception. Because that's how volleyball starts eh. If you're the receiving team, that's your first contact. And definitely, pag maayos nila yung reception nila, we could expect a better score from their side.
Kadalasan yung sa Binan, makikita mo na sila yung isa sa mga teams in the Mpva that are leading in terms of blocks, but it's quite uncanny na wala silang block kanina because they didn't need to. That's how dominant set number 2 was for them. Pero para sa koponan ng Marikina, it's quite a mountain to climb for them. Pero kung meron silang paghuhugutan ng lakas, it's that. It's them having nowhere to go but up.
Yes, Martinez with 4 points, Medina with 2, Lero, Lenguaje, and Dagarat with just 1 point apiece.
There it is. Attacks are bound to happen. May adjustment pa rin. Medyo malayo yung tulak. Cafe leaves it. Cafe tries the other side. That time, ibibigay sa kabila. Lero. To Lenguaje. Somebody else was there. Now they want to try to go for Tudlasan. Not gonna happen. Chopitea gets a point.
Chopitea, new addition to the team in the third set. But that activated right away with a quick attack, and that was a strong attack. Definitely a momentum boost agad. Unang puntos pa lang para sa Marikina in this third set.
And this is the first time they've ever lead in this game. So, this is a much needed approach. Look at Chopitea.
Chopitea definitely the energizer for this set. Gandang pasok agad. A block point, an attack point.
Chopitea with 2 straight points. And Marikina showing everybody that they are still fighting. Cafe, 1-2, not working. Now they go to Liam. Somebody was there. Cafe goes to Tudlasan. And that's some power para sa Binan.
Like Tudlasan did not see much action in the second set. But this time, pinapakita rin niya why she is the top scorer for the pink side.
2-1. Marikina with the lead, and Cafe with some mishaps from her sets a while ago. This is where she makes the pay.
Yes, she has been consistent with her jump serve in this game. In the past games, pumapasok siya for jump serves, but sometimes she commits errors. This time, ang consistent at ang lakas ng kanyang jump serve.
Not giving up just yet. Martinez was there. Lero wants to leave it for Chopitea. Reception from Tudlasan. Can't get it.
Error this time for Tudlasan. And we're seeing a different Marikina side this time. Mas may energy. And of course, ngayon pa lang na nalagpasan na nila rather yung start nila noong second set.
There's the service now. Cafe leaves it for somebody else. And at that time, Jasmine Galaga can't get it for Binan. It's a point para sa Marikina.
Now, Marikina should capitalize on this. Sa volleyball, bilugang bola. Not because you lost the second set in a lopsided manner does not mean that you're not gonna get this set anymore.
What a combination play from Cafe and Tudlasan.
On the side of Binan. Siyempre gusto mo tapusin na rin agad yung 3 sets. You have been so consistent and you don't want to na kumalas ka dito sa third set.
Now it's Tudlasan at the service line. Another jump server. Lenguaje was there. Lero to Martinez. Goes down the line.
Martinez, just a very powerful down the line shot. Nakita natin yung mga palo rin ni Martinez even when naghahabol sila nung second set. She's adding extra power in her attacks.
It's Chopitea with the serve. Cafe chooses yung likod niya, which is Galaga.
Patuloy lang yung pagpapakitang gilas nitong mga bench players ng Binan. That time, Galaga smashing through the block. Hindi natatakot na may 2 blockers in front of her.
Now it's Jade De La Cruz at the line to serve. Lenguaje has it again. They want to go quick, and that was Balmedina. The offense is working para sa Marikina.
Yes, and as we mentioned, pag maganda yung pasa, tulad nitong pasa ni Lenguaje, Lero and Balmedina could definitely execute quick attacks.
6-4. Marikina with a 2-point advantage. Now they go again. Cafe patungo sa likod. What a strike from Palalon.
moving on to the
Lalo, nakita natin, lumipad.
That right there was your power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now. There it goes again. Likod naman. Tudlasan was there. Bibitaw ulit. Lero. Didn't expect na biglang ibibigay sa kanya yung bola.
Take a look at this. Palalon. Not the perfect contact, but he just decided to push the ball.
Now serving Waka.
Palalon already having 4 points, and there it goes again. Another service ace. Galing dito kay Gelaga.
A while ago, I was about to say, gumaganda na yung depensa nitong Marikina. That's why they're able to execute yung offense.
Lenguaje was there. Palek is gonna toss it to the other side. Cafe is gonna give it to a friend. But the timing and angle was quite off. Point for Marikina.
Yes, Cafe this time. An error in setting. Kulang yung communication nila.
Nagarat serving. And that is her second straight service error, which is quite unfortunate para sa Marikina because they're keeping it close, but Binan gets ahead after this first technical timeout.
Unli projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Welcome back to the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. It's a tough night so far for Marikina, now trailing 2-0, but coach made key changes heading into the third set, bringing in fresh faces to shake up the rhythm and hopefully have Binan see this game in a different light. The starting 6 just weren't getting the job done, and in the huddle the message was clear. They need to focus on their receives, show more hustle, and stop waiting for the ball to come to them. Kailangan nyo gumalaw, sabi nga nila. Emotions are running high, but coach reminded them, hindi pa tapos. Ilaban natin hanggang dulo. Back to you, Hans and Pons.
Story is about movement. Movement not only for the rotation, dahil nabanggit nga ni Coach Andy na tila nahihirapan yung starting 6, but also movement inside the volleyball court because you can't wait for the opportunity to strike, and that's what's been doing it para sa Binan. Maraming salamat muli kay Fiona Bacani for that report, but this one right here, it's a totally different case.
Yes, on and off yung floor defense nitong Marikina. Kinakapitalize ng Binan yung off na reception nila.
Lenguaje looks to strike. Joust right at the middle. Ililipat na lang nitong Silero. Cafe goes right back to Gelaga. Even the bench was rooting for her.
Yes, now the errors of Binan. Medyo marami na rin. At least 4 errors in this set, keeping Marikina at bay.
10-8 in still in favor of Binan. Looking to add to it even more. Almost an ace, but not just yet. Pablo's gonna keep it alive. Lero, 1-2. Gelaga was there. Cafe's gonna bring it back. Lero to Chopitea. Sheena chooses Segovia, and all of them wants to go at it, but not enough.
That was a good effort for Marikina. Just unable to keep that ball alive. You've seen in that specific rally, mas maganda yung passing nila, kaya na-activate nila si Chopitea, just wasn't able to score.
Jade De La Cruz once more heading back. Now it's Lenguaje having a difficult angle to work with. Joust again. Dun sa kabila, Tudlasan! Palo na naman!
Tudlasan, one of the few starters ng first set na lumalaro ulit in the third set. Looking to be a steady presence.
12-8. Now they plan to keep going. Lenguaje. He's gonna dish it to Palek. Palalon was there. Now they go for Tudlasan, who chooses off speed. And that's the perfect choice for Binan.
Very crucial moment kasi lumalaki na yung lamang ng Binan, courtesy of this lady right here, Laika Tudlasan. 5 points already, all in the third set. You could really see the eagerness dito sa Binan na ayaw nila na malapit yung score. They want to make the gap as big as they can.
Now they go. They play in. Lenguaje gets rejected.
Pagbabasa ng opensa, it's something Binan is very good at.
Still serving.
What a block from Jay De La Cruz. Kinakalahati na naman nila ang puntos. Cruz is gonna toss it across. Cafe, combination play.
And that ball Z.
Tudlasan once again. Ngayon naman is from a combination play. Kanina mostly from the outside area, from the outside hitter position. This time sa gitna naman ng court. She could do anything.
Lero chooses Liam. Segovia was there. Chopitea keeps it alive. Now Lenguaje will spike. Not just yet. Cafe leaves it for Tudlasan.
And that ball Z.
Really fast set from Cafe. That was not a very high set, pero naparaanan ni Tudlasan. Maybe that was their play.
7 points for Tudlasan in set number 3. They lead by half, 16-8.
Unli projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Watch all the games live and free exclusively on pusopi.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the Mpva. Special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. You are still watching Manny Pacquiao's Mpva Season 2 ang liga para sa lahat. It is Binan looking to pull away with a sweep, scoring 16 versus Marikina's 8 in set number 3. Cafe wants to give it to Tudlasan again, but Laika just wasn't ready for it.
Yes, another miscommunication from the side of Binan, but they're allowed to experiment a little, to commit those errors. They have a very big lead still.
And that is going to be another error this time.
Dito naman sa Marikina, kada error mabigat yung implication kasi kayo yung humahabol. So definitely you have to add more points instead of give them away.
So players are starting to come in. That is obviously Domasig and Eusebio joining in para sa Binan. (17-9), still in favor of Binan. Ooh.
And that's a service ace.
Another ace para kay Catherine Domasig.
Domasig already with 5 service aces in this game. Kapapasok pa lang niya, nakakapuntos na agad.
18 serving.
All of her points ay galing sa service aces. O Lenguaje Free ball na naman para sa Binan. They look to go to the right. Eusebio can't get it. Instead, another opportunity is given. But there's a net touch. Galing kay Chopitea.
Marikina committing a lot of errors. And instead na bumawi through offense, they're committing these unnecessary and unforced errors.
Martinez with a reception. Lenguaje decides to give another free ball. They go to the back. Can't make it. Cruz sets up Liam. Somebody was there. Tomasig now for Eusebio. Can't get it just yet. Martinez with an off-ball spin. Eusebio was blocked. Rekta na naman sa kabila. Free ball this time for Marikina. Chopitea. Oh, Marikina scrambling for that ball. Now it's Eusebio using another angle. And that is how it's going to be ending.
Yes, you mentioned that the side of Marikina scrambling, and that's the perfect description for that rally. You could see yung side ng Binan very calm. It's a long rally, but they reset every point. Pero sa side ng Marikina, very erratic yung movements, and sometimes they're unsure on who's gonna get the ball.
20-9 is the score. Chopitea just punches that. Now they go to De La Cruz. Can't get it yet. Lipat kay Lenguaje. Off speed. Ball action is good.
Finally, Lenguaje scoring. She did not score any point in the second set. Look at that. Just enough power to put that ball on the floor.
That's only the second point nitong sa Liam Lenguaje, and that's not gonna help her case as well, as another service error lands in para sa Marikina.
This is definitely not ideal for Marikina. They score good points, but they give them away right away.
It's another jump serve. Cruz had that. Now they go to Martinez. Medyo malapit yun sa net, and that's exactly how she likes it.
Martinez, a while ago, a couple of strong down-the-line shots. This time, she opted for the cross-court angle. Binawi niya sa flick of the wrist. Doon niya kinuha yung power for that spike.
So Marikina has reached double-digit figures again in terms of scoring. And it can only go up from here. This is Bea Tolentino serving for the Lady Shoemasters. And that was, I believe, the first service ace of Marikina in this game.
Yes, that is true. Bea Florentino just entered the game, targeted the space between the two defenders, and it worked.
And just not that time.
Yes, just continues the trend that the team has. You score points, you commit errors, you keep the confidence of Binan high.
J. De La Cruz serving. Now they leave it for a friend. Somebody was there as well. But not Eusebio. Yes, that was Palmedina making it happen.
Yes, Eloisa Palmedina. Yung sinasabi natin, pag gumagana yung passing ng Marikina, nakaka-execute sila ng mga magandang palo.
Palmedina follows Martinez with 4. Now they go to the other side. Palalon. Iitsa na lang din. Balikan! And that works well para kay Tomasig.
Very agile setter itong si Tomasig. Ang bilis rin niya mag-isip. Because ang usual na gagawin mo dyan is put up the ball and have the libero set it up. Pero this time, she wanted to score. She saw the opening on the floor.
(23-13). 2 points away are Binan from closing this one out. Martinez again. Had to face the blocker head on. Palalon gets blocked. Joust in midair. Marikina still fighting for it. They still have a chance, still good. Now Segovia locks it in.
With a powerful attack, good effort for Marikina na habulin yung bola. Even Raven Sarte, their setter, hitting one of our signages. But she's okay. You can see the effort. It's good that you're still seeing the effort, the fight in Marikina, even though they're now down by 11 points.
That was a hard hit. Kaya kay Raven Sarte, but she doesn't want to give up without a fight. And you asked her if she's okay.
Yes.
She pretty much is.
Yes. Galing lang niya sa big hit kanina, but this time, inutakan very calmly, putting the ball on the other side.
At yan yung isa sa mga napakaraming pwedeng baunin ng Marikina sa kanilang mga susunod na laban, as that is gonna be ending things once and for all. What a dominant state of fashion para kay Catherine Dumasig and the rest of Binan, Tatakjel, Arellano Lady Chiefs, getting it in straight sets. And for Marikina, it's back to the drawing board, but for the ladies in pink, what a showing at home turf.
Yes, for the side of Binan, you could see na kahit pinasok na ni coach yung mga second stringers, parang walang nagbago. Ang taas pa rin ang quality ng play. You could still see the chemistry, the smooth transitions, and that's what you wanna see in a system. Kahit sino ang lumalaro, kahit sinong anim ang lumalaro sa court, everyone could contribute.
And that has always been the idea for Binan Tatakjel. Just like from their silver finish from last season, they want to not only get there in the same way, but to even best yung kanilang record from the last. And this win streak is definitely gonna help them to further improve, look for more things to improve on, at marami pang ibang bagay. And this was the final point. Simpleng tulak para kay Dumasig, who is the starting setter of this team, but is also providing a lot of avenues for them. But their final scores, 25-12, 25-8, and 25-14, all in favor of Binan as they get the sweep.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Quite a dominant showing to end off our second game of today's match day as Binan Tatakjel Arellano Chiefs gets another victory on their list kontra sa Marikina Lady Shoemasters. And from the looks of it, there were a lot of different players that contributed. Pero para sa'yo, Pons, who is our queen of the court?
So 11 players actually scored for the side of Binan, but we're choosing Segovia as our queen of the court today because she has shown consistency both in attacks and defense, but also yung absence ni Tira-Tira who scored 14 points in their last game against Pasay, hindi natin na-feel because Segovia replacing the slot of Tira-Tira, she definitely contributed big in this win today.
Kumbaga parehas pa rin yung
Yes.
naging takbo ng sistema, and whether it's Sam Tira-Tira or Desaila Segovia, that is what they can contribute to this game. She is our queen of the court together with our courtside reporter Fiona Bacani.
Ayan, so kasama nga po natin ngayon ang ating Queen of the Court, none other than Syla Segovia. Syla, congratulations! Alam kong maraming pressure dahil dito kayo naglalaro ngayon sa home court nyo. Pero ano sinabi mo sa sarili mo para mag-focus, mawala lahat to at ipanalo ang laban na to?
Sinabi ko lang po sa sarili ko po na kaya ko to. Tapos ipakita ko lang po kung anong pinagtrainingan namin dito sa court po namin. Especially po na home court po namin to. Na yung nakikita mo ay kami palagi po na nagtitraining dito. Kaya ito na po yung bunga ng pinagtrainingan po namin po.
Ngayon naman, Syla, gaano kahalaga itong suporta galing sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa inyo at nagmamahal sa inyo para sa panalo nyo ngayon?
Actually po, parang yung suporta nila is kahit matalo man kami, panalo na kami agad kasi sa suporta nila dito. Thankful kami sa suporta nila palagi, sa walang sawang suporta, especially dito sa AU community. Tapos po sa mga nanonood din po sa live para sa amin po.
Ngayon naman, Syla, meron ka bang gustong batiin ng mga nanonood sa'yo? Friends, family, supporters, ang AU community?
Batiin ko po yung pamilya ko po sa Bukidnon. Maraming salamat sa suporta po si Segovia family. And sa mga friends ko po sa Bukidnon. Tapos sa mga teammates ko po sa Dorm B, sa Dorm A. Tapos ka Ate Sam, ka Ate Kyra, ka Ate Jo, Kang Ren. Thank you po sa suporta. Yan lang po.
Ayan, so thank you and congratulations once again to Syla Segovia and the rest of our Binan, Tatakjel, Arellano Chiefs who have successfully defended their home court. That's all from us over here. Back to you, Hans and Pons.
Major love and shout-outs to Fiona Bacani together with our best player of the game, Syla Segovia. Gaya nga ng sabi ni Syla, shout-outs to Dorm A and Dorm B because they're gonna have a pretty good night's sleep after their win kontra sa Marikina. Off to, again, another solid showing, but here are your Smarts Powered Up plays brought to you by Smart Only 5G. Only 85 pesos for 3 days. Download the Smart app and load now. Pons, from what we saw in set 1 to set 3, there's minimal to no differences at all. At yan ang nakita natin dito sa laban na to.
Yes, that's correct. Yung consistency nitong Binan went in full display tonight. And as we've mentioned, 11 yung naka-score sa side ng Binan. Tatlong players top scored with 8 points. It's Tudlasan, Domasic, and Segovia. So even Domasic as a setter scored 8 points off of 4 service aces or around 5 service aces. And yung contribution na nakakalat talaga na kahit sino yung ipasok ng 6 sa court ni coach ay nakakontribute for the team. Meanwhile, for the side naman of Marikina, few bright spots. Martinez with 6 points, Balmedina with 4, but definitely moving on in the league. Kailangan mas marami pa yung tumulong, mas marami pa yung mag-contribute when it comes to scoring, and they have to work on their service reception para ma-activate yung mga malalakas nilang spikers.
This is an incredibly young roster na nakikita natin mula sa Marikina Ladies Shoe Masters, and they expected to be in this kind of pressure situation, lalo na yung kaharap nila, isa sa mga pinakamalalakas na teams natin dito sa Mpva. Plus, they also have the home court advantage. So if you're Marikina, this is a lesson learned for you. Mas lalo ka pa talagang mag-iige, not only in training, but this bodes well in terms of experience. Kasi ito yung sinasabi ni Liam kay Fiona kanina na kailangan mabuild na palalo yung kanilang experience to get some more reps in the moment. And I think that's, really showcased in this game.
Yes, and if we're gonna talk also about the standings, 4-1 na ang record nitong Binan, and Marikina is now at 1-3. So we're seeing more separation from the top 4 teams, which are Dasmariñas, Pasay, Binan, and Quezon. And Marikina, unfortunately, part of the bottom 4 teams. And but we mentioned this is a double round robin, so marami pang pwedeng mangyari, but Marikina definitely has to go back to the drawing board. Look at that, 39 attacks as compared to only 16 of Marikina. So more than doubling the output is Binan. And also 2 blocks as compared to 1, 12 aces as compared to 1. That's another glaring statistic. The 12 service aces that Binan has made, it means na one of the main problems na kailangang i-address ng Marikina as the season progresses is yung service reception. Because a lot of the good things that has happened to them in this game, maganda yung passing nila. The rare times na nakakapass sila ng maganda, dun sila nakakapuntos, dun nila nagamit yung middles nila. Whereas for Binan, they just have to play consistent. This is an almost perfect game for them. And they just have to bring the confidence heading into the rest of the competition.
And from what we saw, kani-kanina lamang, we're gonna be seeing the same 4 teams tomorrow, just jumbled up a little bit because at 3 p.m. it's gonna be Negros Immaculada Mega Wide going up against the Marikina Lady Shoemasters, and at 5 p.m. it's the Caloocan AM Spikers going up against the Binan Tatakjel Arellano Chiefs, and that is it for today's match day. In behalf of our courtside reporter Fiona Bacani and my partner Alfonso Galvez, my name is Hans Kilaria. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope to see you tomorrow dito lamang sa Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association.